congratulations for your great performances in Priceless.
Thank you.
It is definitely a worth seeing film because it takes on a very serious issue about human trafficking. And so I have to say, great job to you both. Joel, I understand this is a family affair because your brother, band directed the film, the two others exec produced. What got you and your brothers interested in telling the story?
Well, you kind of have to even precede back to when we first came to the United States. I'm one of 7 kids, and Dad, when we moved over, we were boys. Dad had just lost his job, and we had to rally together as a family. Raked leaves, mowed lawns, cleaned houses, did whatever we could. It all went back into the family, and that really knit us together. And so now, as young men, as creatives, there's a great synergy. But the story, the idea behind Priceless really stems from the band for King & Country that I'm a part of. That's sort of my day job. And as we were beginning as a band, one of the things we wanted to share about was celebrating women's worth and charging us as men to be chivalrous in how we love. And it was kind of met with this really exciting but alarming response. People were almost starving for this message. And so we went to our brother Ben a few years ago. We said, hey, there's something to this. And he pulled some true stories from a documentary he'd worked on. We sort of married it with this Priceless movement, and here we are before you today on the cusp of this nationwide release, and we're just very excited, and it's been a very uniting process as a family for sure.
Well, I think that's a very inspiring story you just shared, and I'm sure probably David, I heard from Ben that you wanted to do these sort of meaningful stories because it is important to share this important subject to the world. Right. Because you have 3 daughters?
I have 3 daughters. Yes. We have 5 children. 3 of them are daughters. I read the script. I was inspired. It's something close to my heart. I looked online. There are horror stories. Oftentimes we just turn an eye to this, but it is happening globally right now as we speak. There's some young woman who's being forced against her will to be made a profit from her body. Yes. And it's punishing to think about. And so this film brings awareness to it. It says based on true stories. It's true. There are women forced into this lifestyle, and oftentimes there's a misconception that a woman chooses that life of prostitution. Now sometimes that might be the case, but oftentimes they're forced into this situation, and it's just a living horror, and it's true. So if this movie brings awareness to it, and in fact at the end of the film there is a website you can go to,
pricelessmovement.com.
Go there, you can make a difference. It's happening right now in your town. There's an organization called Children of the Night that help young prostitutes get out of that lifestyle. There's new legislation that's being pushed in many states. Certainly one just happened in Los Angeles, where it looks at the young woman who might be in prostitution, doesn't necessarily treat her as a criminal, but as a victim. So hopefully there's going to be more and more awareness like that. And we do have a moral responsibility, an ethical responsibility to, when you see something, you kind of maybe had to do something, or at least find out how you might be able to help.
Because you can't ignore it. I mean, when you mention about women, I mean, there are children, like Vietnamese girls in Vietnam and elsewhere around the world being sold to do prostitution. Yes. These are kids, like, 5, 6, 7, and it breaks your heart.
Oh my God.
It breaks your heart because they don't know anything beside they have to just listen to the mom or the dad because they need the money to survive. So, I mean, I really believe that you're doing such a great job, and the song Priceless, amazing. Such a great hit. So congratulations to both of you, Joel and David. Thank you so much for talking to us.